Did you really pay $50,000 for your teeth?
Hey guys, if you don't know me from my last video, my name is Jaylen Nathaniel. I'm here today with the Q&A that I promised you guys with my last video. So we're going to be covering a lot today. We're going to be going over the questions you guys left in the comments in my last video that I'm thankful for, as well as the comments that you guys asked me through Instagram, as well as a few little basic things on how to book your appointment with DCT, as well as how to get into Turkey, which is like simple basic information we all should know if you're really considering doing this, because this journey is easy, but we're going to make it easier today in this video. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to cover is traveling. And in order to travel, you need to book your appointment. So in order to book your appointment, you must book your flight. So while communicating with DCT, they're going to be talking to you. They're going to ask you certain questions like, what time frame do you want to come? So that's on you to let them know what time frame feels comfortable best for you. I went in June, so I booked mine in April. So that was about 3 months before I went. So that was like a perfect amount of time for me to just get up and go, because I did book this very impulsively, which we'll get into. But yeah, so in order to even get an appointment, your flight needs to get booked first, and you'll be communicating with DCT via email or WhatsApp. I was communicating via email. I also brought the whole thread of emails with me printed out to DCT because that helped me a little bit, which we'll also get into a little bit later. So yeah, so in order to get an appointment, you must book your flight first. Send them a copy of your flight, and then they'll send you an email with your appointment date and further instructions on your Turkish visa, which is about $55. And they send you a link on how to register and how to print out your Turkish visa, so that way when you get to the airport, it's just an easy sailing journey for you. After you book your flight, after you get your visa, in order to get through the airport, you're going to need a PCR test, which is a 2-day prior test before boarding your flight. And they're very strict on time frames and the time of your flight. I left on a Sunday. I had a red eye, so I left New York around 8:45. So I took 2 tests to be safe. I took one Thursday and one on Friday. The Thursday one didn't work. I don't know why. They just didn't accept it. I'm also vaccinated, and that didn't really matter either. But yeah, so I took 2 tests, one on Thursday, one on Friday. The Thursday didn't work. The Friday, thank God I did the Friday one, because that one got me through. And coming back home, it was pretty easy. I just went down to the concierge in my hotel, and I told them I need a PCR test, and they called the doctor. The doctor came right upstairs to my room, took the test, sent me my email, and yeah, it was really easy. You could also go to the hospital. There's hospitals all over Turkey. The dentist will appoint one to you. The concierge can even appoint you to the hospital if you don't want the doctor to come to your room. I just found it easier for the doctor to come to my room. Who doesn't want that? Okay. Another heads up, download at least 2 translation apps before you even get on a plane leaving your city, your country, wherever you're coming from, because you're going to need them. No one talks English. It's rare that you'll find someone that talks minimum English. But yeah, make sure you have at least 2 translation apps on your phone. I found that really helpful. I had it on both my phones, but I had no service when I wasn't in the hotel, so I was forced to get like a SIM card for like the 8 days that I was there. But yeah, that brings me into hotel and all of that information. My total price for travel came to $1641 US. I stood at the Accra V Hotel, which is like the sister hotel to the Accra Hotel. It was $109 a night. I stood there 8 nights. I was in Turkey 8 nights, 9 days. It was a perfect amount of time. It wasn't like an overstay. It wasn't like an understay. It actually worked out perfectly for me. I booked everything in April via Expedia because I did everything very impulsively. I just wanted to go. And it came out to $1641. The hotel came to $872, and the flight was $769, which is not bad round trip. I just wanted to get there, so whatever popped up easy without too many layovers, I jumped on. But again, as you've seen in my last video, I ended up getting on 3 planes going, and it was just like, yeah. In total, I had 4. Originally, they scheduled me 3 appointments, which was the prep, the fitting, and the checkup. I ended up having 4 because on the prep day, I had a bulging tooth, which was like here. this tooth was sticking out. And make sure before you go to Turkey, you visit your local dentist or your regular dentist. Whoever in your state, make sure you go to your dentist and make sure they do fillings. Even though it's cheaper in Turkey, I went to my dentist and I made sure if I had any fillings or root canals, I had one root canal that I need to do here in the States that I did here. So I didn't have to do it there because I really wasn't sure if I can trust them or not. So I did one root canal here before going, and he told me I was fine. I didn't need any extractions, anything. So when I got to Turkey, the tooth that, I'll insert a picture, the tooth that was bulging out, when they consult you, there's like 6 doctors around you in your mouth. And I guess that's when they're trying to pick who wants you as a client between the doctors. And they made a vote on my tooth that, it was like 5 of them. 3 of them said pull it, 2 of them said root canal. I didn't come to Turkey to get a tooth pulled. I was not prepared for that. I didn't want to get a tooth pulled. No. So I was like, root canal for sure. So the head dentist who had like the final decision wasn't there that day. He was there the next morning, which is why they had to push my appointment back another day, which I didn't cover in my last video, which is why I was annoyed and everything. But yeah, so the head dentist who ended up being my dentist, thank God, he said root canal. So, and then when it was time to prep, he was like, you may not even need a root canal. Let's just see when we shave the tooth down. If it's the nerves exposed, blah, 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 you may not need it. If you do, fine, then we'll do it. But you don't have to pull the tooth. And I'm just like, thank God, because I was not prepared to get any teeth pulled. For material, I chose zirconium porcelain crowns. I did BL2. I did 13 on top, 13 on the bottom, so 26 zirconium porcelain crowns in total. And the color is BL2. I was gonna go BL1, but then I was like, I didn't want to walk around with like a blue smile because I am dark, and I've seen, like, no shade, but Tory Lanez, his teeth are blue. And I don't want blue teeth. So I did BL2 to be safe. And I'm actually really happy with the color I chose because, as you can see, they're like really white still. So yeah, I did BL2. So to take care of your crowns, they recommend an electric toothbrush and a water floss, and that's actually what I have. I have the Oral-B electric toothbrush. It's kind of wet because I used it prior to this video. And then I also have this water pick flosser that I just got from Amazon. It was like $40. It does its job. I use it every night, and then I also carry around like picks in my bag. So like in between meals, if I'm eating, I'll have like floss picks in my bag. And my friends think I'm like annoying for it, but I don't care. You gotta always floss your teeth. You always have to floss. Even if you don't have crowns or veneers, make sure you're flossing your teeth because a lot of things get in between these lines. And you'll be surprised, like you can't even see them, and I'll be surprised, like when I'm picking and like flossing my teeth, I'll be like, where the hell did he come from? And it's just, yeah, it's gross. But make sure you floss your teeth, and make sure if you have crowns, get a water pick because it really does save your life, to be honest. The doctor says that they usually last 10 to 15 years depending on how you care for them. Again, if you floss, if you brush for 2 minutes a day, twice a day, sorry. If you brush twice a day, and you just take good care of your teeth, and you go to your dentist and you get your regular checkups every 6 months, every 4 months, whatever you feel comfortable doing, and they'll last. They'll last. Just make sure you take care of them. Honestly, they feel better than my natural bite because my teeth, like as you've seen, they were very crooked. Like the bottom was very crooked, and I was not happy with that. So now I can like actually bite. Yeah, they feel better than my natural bite. I have had no problems now, thank God. Nothing has happened to my teeth. Yeah. The first week when I came home, the first 2 weeks actually, I was like in the mirror like eating. Like I sat at my desk in my office and I was literally in the mirror like chewing all my meals. Like rice, chicken, steak, whatever, just to study my bite, and it's fine. I was like really nervous about it, but yeah, it's fine. Now I go out to restaurants and I just munch on everything.
Jalen, did you really pay $50,000 for your teeth?
So everybody's different. When it comes to pricing, every client that they deal with is different. Like I said, I did 16 on top, 16 on the bottom. That's 26 porcelain crowns in total. So I have a $50,000 smile. But if you want to know how much your teeth will cost, that's on you to contact DCT via WhatsApp or email. I'll even leave it down in the description below, so it makes it easier for you guys to get a quote. All you have to do is like send a picture of your current smile, like in a few angles, and they'll literally send you a quote like the next day. And it's on you to tell them when you want to book it. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I covered majority of the questions you guys were concerned about, and I hope this makes your journey a lot easier. Like I said, I did this alone, and if I could do this alone, you could do this alone, anybody could do this alone. It's not that difficult. Make sure you like this video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below on future content you guys want to see from me and my smile, and subscribe. Thank you for everybody that has subscribed. Thank you for everybody that has returned to my video. Thank you, and stay tuned for more. Mwah.